Izzy and Paige, I am so excited to finally get to talk to the two of you.
Same.
Congratulations on your wedding.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
It's very exciting. I am a little bummed that we only got to see you for about 5 minutes of the finale, of course.
Oh, us too. We were hoping to take up way more space in that
Definitely, definitely.
finale.
Now they show Adam and Joseph saying, "There's Paige and Izzy," and they try to make it seem like this is sort of a foot race to the finish line. Do you know how far behind you were?
we know that Joseph and Adam were ushered off the mat for our arrival.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
means minutes. I mean, which
Oh,
means like, you know,
Yeah, Joseph and Adam had gotten out of their cab and been in the area for probably 15 or 20 minutes before we arrived, but they hadn't located the mat. And
right.
so like I guess technically it was pretty tight. I mean, it wasn't a foot race in the sense of like, we weren't both sprinting at the same time, but Joseph has told us that he did see us coming up
We
the
were,
stairs
yeah.
and they were ushered off the mat for our arrival. So it was pretty tight.
Which I was saying just this morning that I would 100% all of the time rather go out like that than being like a dead ringer, last place, like we an hour behind, whatever. So I'm proud that also like feeling, just continuing to be last and last and last in that leg. We ultimately, even though we were last, all the way until we got to the mat, we're gaining time, gaining time, gaining time, gaining time. And
Yeah,
I'm really proud of that.
every setback that we had in France, like after every single one of them, we started making up time again and getting a little bit closer, and then another setback, and then we got a little bit
Yeah.
closer again, and like we were on their tails the entire time, and I'm
Yeah.
so proud of that.
Yeah.
I mean, that beats the hell out of Phil having to come and eliminate you in the middle of a task,
Yeah,
right?
Oh, we were getting to that
oh
mat.
yeah.
I was
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was not gonna let that happen. Oh yeah, no.
So this is an unusual relationship I have with the two of you because I think you are the first Amazing Race team that I've ever spent time speaking to before you actually left to go on the race.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
at the time, I thought they are perfect for the show. They have such a great bond. What I would really love to know is how did your bond change, or did it change at all over the course of the race? Because I think I we saw the way that you supported each other and talked each other down from various hardships, but I know that it's an intense situation, and I would love to hear about what that's done for your relationship.
It's funny because like oftentimes people talk about it kind of like that, where it's like race relationship is its own thing and relationship is its own thing. And like we just treated each other on the race the way we treat each other in real life. Like I there's no version of our relationship where we are in competition with each other. And so it was just like a no-brainer. Like Paige, I'm seeing what Paige is doing right now, and so that means I have to now do this because like that's how I support and that's how I keep her and our heads focused or whatever, or vice versa.
Yeah, like our success in the race is, very similar to like how we like succeed in our daily life, which is like knowing that we are a team, and like I know that like my team is going to do better if like my teammate is like at her best. And so how can I make her her
And
best,
I'm always this person, so she's always dealing with me flipping people off and, and yelling before I think about why I'm yelling.
No, I mean, I think like our relationship didn't inherently change because of the race, but I do think our relationship as a couple, our relationship to like the world and to how we approach new and unfamiliar things has changed.
Yeah.
And that's like really exciting. Like I think that I was never like I've never played a sport in my entire life. Like I have no relationship to the physical world, and like so that has always been Izzy, and like and then Izzy knows that there's a lot of pressure on her to like handle all of that and carry all the groceries up, the fourth floor walk up, and so we've always like been pretty cautious, and I think we've gotten a lot braver and a lot more like excited and interested in like trying new things, especially like in all these like niche interests that we had always maybe counted ourselves out of. And so,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think it's like people forget kind of, or some people I think don't know what this feels like. And I think some people forget how hard it is to like try new things when you walk into a space when you immediately feel like you don't look like you belong in that space. And that's always been pretty stifling for me. But like then you're on The Amazing Race and it's on national television and there's like a million people watching you do this thing that maybe you don't know how to do and you're trying to do and then you succeed at it. That's like revolutionary for me, you
Yeah.
know, like we don't yeah. So we're definitely like I think more so yeah, our relationship together has like evolved. How
Yeah.
we're going to interact with like normal shit.
Yeah, it was awesome to get to like build some confidence
Yeah.
together.
What else? A good way to put
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, thanks,
Yeah.
baby.
And I want to talk as the only all-female team in the Final Four.
Proud and sad, yes.
Proud and sad. We watched
Yeah.
several of the women go out in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there was some talk, like especially around the U-turn, that the race seemed a little unfairly stacked in that direction. And we saw the two of you fighting from the bottom the entire time you were on the race. Um, do
Post
you
U-turn. We were in the top of the pack before leg 5,
that's
just for the record.
okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Thank you. People forget.
Well, that's a good question though. Like, do you think the U-turn sort of
Yes.
caused you to get off track?
Massively.
Massively.
Yeah, I mean,
we, yeah.
yeah, like where the resets and like equalizers fall in the race like has a massive impact, and like where those fall in relationship to where twists lay like over the course of 12 legs makes a huge impact. And we had a reset after Budapest, which I'm very thankful for, because Budapest was like complicated, and I'm glad that we were able to leave it behind and start like 5 like on an even playing field. But then we had the U-turn followed by no reset for quite a long time. So that just pushed us right back to the back, and then we had to stay there for, we had to fight from the back until, leg 8, we finally clawed back up to the middle, but still without an actual reset. We didn't get an actual reset until the next U-turn.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a game design flaw.
You said it, Jessica, not us.
I didn't say it.
I didn't say it. Jessica
My entire
said it.
job is pointing out game
record.
design flaws. Like that's all I do.
Us too.
I mean, listen, call it a flaw, or just like call it, part of the game. But
Yeah.
it certainly has a big impact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Izzy, Paige, sorry I'm running late.
okay.
I had the Survivor interview at the same time, so I had
okay, of
to
course.
jump on after. But I just wanted to say congratulations on your amazing run and
Thank you.
your new newlywed status. Yeah, congratulations on the wedding.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
The
you, Rob.
pictures were gorgeous.
I had to. I had to do it.
Explaining those to my mother was
Fun.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember what we were talking about.
We had been
but-
talking about how the U-turn sort of threw them off
Oh yeah.
track because the game design didn't
Right.
allow for them to catch up.
But also I will say that like not that let's not put this to the universe. Like
Yeah.
I don't ever want to be U-turned again. But I do think that I feel so proud that we sort of experienced every version of where you could be or how you could be in the race. We knew what it felt like to come in second and third or be in that front pack and have a little cushion. We knew what it felt like to be targeted and given a punishment and had to survive. And then we know what it feels like to be like, oh my God, we have to like dig our heels in for leg after leg after leg until we get back into a comfortable place. Like
Yeah.
that
Well,
I think makes us.
And we knew what it felt like in Romania to be left in a dead silent sheep pasture with every team gone, standing there saying like, okay, it is now up to us to change the narrative of this leg. And we really we experienced like basically the whole gamut.
Yeah, and I feel like that like ultimately helped lead us to our high placement and got us to 4th place and really could have continued us further. I think that experience was really, no shade to Tucker and Eric. We love Tucker and Eric, but they experienced one difficult thing that wasn't meant for them and they went home. We experienced that every single leg, and we did not go home. So I'm really proud of us, and I think that's something that is overlooked sometimes.
Yeah.
And fourth place is not nothing. Like we always say that the best team always goes out in fourth place.
Oh, thank you.
We think so too.
We think we are keeping very good company as fourth placers.
Yeah. You know, as a field, we really that fourth place really is a haunting, haunting placement.
Just stop me if you covered this already, but that if you had gotten to New York City in the finale, do you two dominate in getting around
We
New
were
York?
taking the subway.
Yeah, I mean, it was a cab leg, so who
was a
knows?
cab leg.
You know, so we can really, we feel pretty released of that
Yeah.
because a cab, we don't believe that New York City is meant to be traveled via taxi cab. So, so
at all.
who knows what would have happened? Who knows? But
it was, I mean, we knew the final leg was going to be in New York. They're having us run around Paris collecting statues of liberty, and the final leg is next, and we're going back to the United States. I mean,
did
come on.
on our final cab ride. I did turn to Izzy and say, "Well, whatever happens, we are going to New York."
Yeah, we're like, we're going home anyway.
We're either going home to New York or we're going to run the final leg in New York. But we're headed to New York.
It was, I mean, it was hard to know that the finale was going to be in New York, but it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. But isn't there also kind of like a New York City curse? Like, don't a lot of New York City teams like lose in New York City?
I don't think there's been a New York
The
City.
Mets and the Jets do all the time.
There you go. But
okay, Rob, you can have that one.
It's like a hometown curse in general, I think. Like if you go back to where you live, it tends to shoot you in the foot.
Yeah.
Now, I did have one more question for you, Izzy, because I had read on your social media that you turned down an opportunity to do something else that was very cool in order to go on The Amazing Race.
Yes, and actually, should I admit that I picked the wrong Paul? That I said it about the wrong Paul?
She was asked to tour with Paul Simon.
Oh, okay.
But that's
marginally less cool, but still cool.
Like,
still very cool.
Yeah.
Yes. I was casually offered, would you be a friend of mine was going to be on the tour and couldn't do the tour, playing with Paul Simon for a couple months. And it was going to be me, except we were doing this little thing called The Amazing Race. Yeah, it's funny because like I feel like I play with big name musicians or famous musicians or playing famous halls and things all the time with my career, and it feels like less, I don't know, it just feels like a given. That sounds so awful, but like to me it was like, oh, that I'll do another tour or something coming up, and it's like I can't pass up doing The Amazing Race, I mean, maybe that just tells you where my priorities are at these days in my life, but these games have changed our lives and my life, and like I can't imagine not thinking about gaming or playing or running and doing this stuff. And so no, there was no question what we were going to do.
Once you committed to the cardio, there was no going back. Paul Simon can wait.
Yeah, he can wait. But now all of Blue Ski is going to be very upset that it wasn't the McCartney of it all. Anyway.
Well, congratulations on a really, really fun race, and all the best to you two outside of the Amazing Race. And I'm sure we'll be seeing more of you two both soon.
Absolutely.
Thank you so
Thanks, Rob.
much,
Thanks, both.
Yeah. Thank you.
This is RHAP. We know reality TV.